welcome all of you, those who've come from Nabong Tabor and from the island, Penang. How many of you have come from the island of Penang? Hands up higher. I mean, living on the island at the moment. Most of you are living on the island. How many of you have come from Nabong Tabor tonight? 4. How many live on the mainland? How many live on the mainland? You know, I mean, other than Nabong Tabor, like Butterworth, Kulim or something like that. 2. No ladies living on the mainland? No, you were living on the island or the mainland? Perhaps no English. Huh? From the mainland? Somebody may need to translate for her. You speak English? Some translation may be required. I don't know. So you've all come over here from the island, or from the Nabong Tabor almost. So thanks for coming over and giving us your association. And we're just here for a few days, as you know. I think we leave on Monday, isn't it? I don't know what time, sometime Monday. So tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, by Krishna's will, we're going tomorrow to Kulim, tomorrow evening. And then Saturday is Ratha Yatra in Prai. Is Jagabandhu here? By the way, Prabhu, this is not the first Ratha Yatra in Prai. We had a Ratha Yatra in Prai maybe 35 years ago. I was personally present. 30 years, you may remember, maybe 30 years ago in Prai. And so it's not the first one. You advertised the first, but it's not. You had one there before. That was before we were here, before this was even existing. So never mind. Most people don't know. Hare Krishna. And then on Sunday will be the program here. Normal program here is at what time? They have a Sunday program here? What time is normally the Sunday program in here?
11 o'clock.
Pardon?
11 o'clock.
So that will go on as normal or not? Pardon? Well, I don't know if many people will know about that. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's not my business. As long as the devotees know, because normally it's a lunchtime program, is it? Yeah? Normally it's noon program. So this Sunday will be evening program. Some of you may be coming, I don't know. You're coming. You're coming on Sunday? You'll come? Yeah, okay, good. Good. One or two of the ladies may come, I don't know. Let's see. So we'll just have this evening, a little session, not too long, because, we have tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Morning time, I can't guarantee, but we'll try to give Bhagavatam class. Are any of you staying here for a few days? Or you're all going back tonight? You're all going back. Anybody staying here at Dodu? Nobody staying? Or we're staying, I think. I think we're staying. So other devotees are staying, they're busy or whatever, I don't know what they're doing. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nityana Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Devasesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Where's the flute? Where's the flute? Do you play the flute? Where's your... Tomorrow. Well, in Kulim tomorrow. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Oh Premanandi, Hare Krishna. Jai. So warm. Is there a fan somewhere? Is there more than one fan? Any more fans? One is there. Any more? One is there. For the ladies, where's your fan? Pardon? Bring a fan closer, if possible. That's maybe why you were sitting back there, because there was a fan back there, but now maybe it doesn't reach this far. Maybe that's why you were sitting back there. Now I understand. I'm sorry that that's the case, but I don't know what we can do. He's trying to do something there. Somebody is trying to do something. What, I don't know. This is a very big hall for a small group like this. The more the merrier. Keep cool. You have to keep a cool head. Don't get too excited. So, we'll sing. I don't know. You have songbooks here? You have any songbooks here? Or your mobile phones? Something. The songbook is better, but if you don't have it, then your mobile is also there, if you have one. As I said earlier, we'll have some little singing this evening. Huh? Yes, a few songbooks there. There's some coming out here. A few songs in the songbook. I don't know. See how long we can keep going. Most devotees, they don't sing these Vaishnava songs very often. You may know some of our traditional songs from our culture. Vaishnava songs are very rarely sung in this part of the world. Even amongst regular devotees, they're not so common. I don't know how often you sing the songs, the Vaishnava songs. We call them bhajans. Bhajan is not necessarily the meaning of bhajan, but we often term the Vaishnava songs the bhajans. Bhajans. The difference between kirtan and bhajan. There is no definitive difference in one sense. Maybe a broader sense we could say bhajan includes all kinds of... But then so does kirtan for Vaishnava. Kirtan means anything which is meant for the glorification of the Lord. That may include other services. Particularly though it means the glorification, the oral glorification. Bhajana worship may take many different forms. So that kirtan could be we're discussing Krishna, reading Shastra, chanting, but it means audible. Audible. Bhajan doesn't necessitate audible. You can worship in many ways. Absorption within. But kirtan is audible, so in one sense this is kirtan, in another sense you could say it's bhajan, it's both. And in this case they're interchangeable. But the bhajan, what we normally term bhajan, in our own, you could say, line is mainly compilations by the devotees of the Lord, explaining how to perform kirtan and bhajan also, how to chant the holy name. These songs are, Srila Prabhupada said, they're expansions of the holy name. He said they're non-different than the holy name. So when we sing these bhajans, we're also glorifying, it's also kirtan, we're glorifying Krishna. They help us to understand the favorable attitude in our chanting of the holy name. How can we, as the holy name of Krishna is not just the holy name of Krishna, it is Krishna. So how to understand that? Because when we are more that we understand or aware that the name is Krishna himself, the more we would expect that we would take our relationship with the holy name seriously. The more we understand the name is Krishna. Huh? It's kind of fairly common sense, really. Because it's not just a mantra which one chants to achieve something else. One realizes, or at least theoretically accepts, that Hare Krishna is Krishna himself. Radha and Krishna, not just Krishna even. But most of the time we're a little mindless. Huh? Our chanting is rather mechanical. It's not with the correct attitude, or with the right understanding, or with feeling, the appropriate feeling, where our feeling is hardly there at all. And we forget, if we ever did know in the first place, that Krishna is personally present in the form of the name, the sound. It's a sound incarnation of Godhead. In one sense we hear that. But it's actually Godhead in full appearing in sound. It's not, in one sense, not an incarnation, because it's the Supreme Lord himself present in full, not just an expansion, or it is the Lord, we just don't realize it. It's fully present. When we realize, or not say realize, that's nice if we do, but at least we try to understand that and chant with that in mind. We're chanting, we're actually, Krishna is present as the name, not in the name, as the name. Sometimes we say in the name, but that may be a little easier for people to understand, but that's not grammatically correct. Because the name is Krishna, it's not like a capsule. You know, you get a medicine capsule, and there's some medicine inside the capsule. It's not like Krishna's inside the mantra. He is the mantra. He is the name. Of course, we could say our heart, unfortunately, we can give that example is given actually, of but it's more from our perspective that yes, we have to open up the jar of honey, or there's the medicine inside the capsule which is important, not the capsule. If someone says, here is a medicine is in a capsule, you take the capsule open and you throw the medicine away and take the capsule, It's not going to work. So mechanical chanting is a bit like the capsule, from our perspective, not from Krishna's, so to speak. But we're not really getting the medicine. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu particularly came to give the medicine, didn't he? He didn't come to give the capsule. The capsule is like a reflection of the holy name. The holy name reflects on our heart because we're not actually allowing or understanding or accepting the reality of the holy name. So we get a reflection of that, or an image, and you don't get the real result. Yet some result is there, not the real one, depending on our conception. A lot depends on the heart, the conception we have in our heart. That's our side. Krishna relates to our conception, or our... As they surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. So, as we have faith in the presence of Krishna, as we have faith in the process whereby we can realize the presence of Krishna, and we have faith in those devotees who are revealing Krishna's presence, we have faith in the scriptures that describe the glories of the holy name. So when our faith grows in this way, then naturally the Lord will reciprocate with us. And one will not just have a sentimental feeling exactly, but one have an absolute experience, a feeling of much deeper than the surface, but within our very core of our consciousness, of Krishna's presence therein. So we'll chant a song, a bhajan, and the one I've opened initially is this one. It's a very famous one. In this book, it will be different in different books. You may have a song book, it may be a different page, but it's called Lala Samai Prarthana. Lala Samai Prarthana. And the first line of the song is Gauranga Bolite Habe. One of those two should lead you to the song. Either in the song book, you have song sheets rather than song books there. This is indicative of how much they're used. They must have been used a lot. But I would recommend you get a new song book. It's good that they've been used, hopefully. They haven't just fallen to pieces. Well, it won't be the same page. You have to look it up in the index. You have to go to the beginning or the end. Most songbooks have a contents page at the beginning and an index page at the end. In the contents is a song of Narottam Das, and it's called Lala Samai Prarthana. And in the index it will say Gauranga Bolite Habe. Has anyone succeeded in locating this song? You, with your one sheets, you've got that one sheet. And you've also got it. Well, the ladies are miles ahead here. The men are so slow. They're too proud. They didn't even bother taking a songbook. They thought, I can find it on my mobile in no time. Well, you've got it now, have you? Have you got it also? You found it. What page is it on in the mobile? Page number? Which page number is it on the mobile? What page number? Page number, come on, what, otherwise we can't find it on the mobile. What page is it on the mobile? Huh? They don't catch it, eh? They don't catch it. No. Anyway, We'll try to sing. So, Gauranga Bolite Habe, because the gateway, just like if you have a house, some of you live in apartments, some may live in houses, I don't know. But you may have a gate on your apartment also. Sometimes you have a metal gate, isn't it? And on a house you generally have a gate. And then you have your door also, of course. But the gateway, usually when you have a gate you keep it locked. Not much use otherwise. Or keep generally animals out, I suppose. But if you want to really protect yourself, you usually lock the gate. That's the idea anyway. So how do you get through the gate? You can try climb over, but let's say it's too big to climb. How do you get in? A key? Usually some kind of key. Usually, maybe electronic these days, but say it's a gate which requires a key. And without the key you can't open the gate. And if you don't open the gate you can't get in. Isn't it? Either into the apartment or the garden or the house or whatever it is. You need a key to get in. Sometimes you lose your keys. You ever had that problem? It's really frustrating, isn't it? You've just got home, you're tired, you're bursting to go to the toilet, and you can't find your key. Frustrating, huh? It happened to me the other day in Philippines. That night we got back. I actually had the key, but I didn't know it. It was in the bottom of the bag somewhere. So I went into the bush to use the toilet. I couldn't get in, and then I came back and remembered, wait a minute, it was like it was in the back. And then, anyway, business done. Business done. But if you want to get in, you have to have a key. So key, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna Di. Hari Bol, Damodar. So there's a key if we want to enter in. Now we're going to use the example a little bit differently. And as I said, it's not a perfect example because Krishna is not within exactly. He is the entirety of the holy name. It's not like he's inside it somewhere. But we take the capsule, if you want, or the honey is the pot. Prabhupada usually gives that example. To taste the honey, it's obvious what you have to do. What do you have to do to taste the honey? Pardon? Open the top, okay. There may be other ways. You can smash the bottle. That's not very... I almost did. I offered that bottle of honey tonight. I didn't take rest. I just took some yogurt and honey. And I opened the bottle of honey. And I offered the honey and I offered the yogurt. But I didn't realize the top was not screwed on. So I picked it up and the bottom, as I had it in the air, like the bottom fell out. I was holding the top, the bottom fell out, I just caught it. It could have gone smash on the floor. That's not the best way to taste the honey. You might get a little bit cut as well. So you open it nicely, properly, then you can access the honey inside. Yeah. So in many ways we can use that example. Scriptures are the same. You read the books like, it made it almost like blind sometimes. It's like we don't absorb it. We don't absorb it. We kind of read it mechanically. We don't apply it. You have to apply it. It's good to open the honey pot, but you have to also take the honey, right? You also have to take the honey. You have to know how to take the honey. You don't stick the honey on your head, You can do that if you want to abhishek yourself. Do a honey abhishek or something. Or push it in the ears. Maybe it'll feel good. I don't know. Maybe it does feel good in the ear. I don't know. Stick it up your nose or somewhere. You have to know what to do with it, right? Isn't it? And then you also have to know a few other details too, isn't it? How much to take, when to take, and so on. How to take. Yeah, if you want to get the full benefit. So, chanting Hare Krishna, there are no hard and fast rules. You can chant anyway, anywhere, anytime. Anybody can chant. But at the same time, if we want to really get the full benefit, the full nectar for which we're always anxious, there is a method, there's a process of chanting. So one of that is the opening the door in the first place. Otherwise there's no honey to taste unless you... Honey is there, but we can't taste it because the cap is still on the bottle. So what's the gateway? What's the key? The key, gateway as well. There's a gateway and there's a key. What's the gateway? What's the gateway to kingdom of God also? What's the gateway to the holy name, Krishna? Pardon? The gateway, what is it? To Krishna. What's the gateway? Huh? You're the spokesperson here. They're putting you in trouble. What do you say? Very, not bad, huh? Not bad. Did you get that, or did somebody tell you that? You got it. If you got it wrong, it was someone who told you. If you get it right, I did it. Huh? That's our usual thing, isn't it? That was me. And if it's wrong, well, it wasn't me. They told me to say that. And we generally defer the blame to someone else. Huh? Yeah, service to the devotees. This, in one sense, in one sense, it's not the key. It's the gateway. It's said to be the gateway. The key, you could use that as the key also, but in one sense the key is Krishna's mercy, isn't it? Without Krishna's mercy, you can do anything you like, but it won't work. Krishna's mercy is the most essential factor. But Krishna, he's very, very much indebted to those who serve his devotees. So service to the Vaishnava is almost, you could say, a guarantee to Krishna's mercy. Guarantee. Only Krishna can open the door. That's his choice. He's not like medicine. When you take the caps off, there it is. Dead chemicals, or whatever. He's not like that. He's a person. He's not obligated. Not obligated. That's his will. Free will. Completely free will. Krishna has unending free will. So we want to try to evoke his mercy so we can realize, because ek bar nam rase mature, that if one once actually experiences the reality, the presence of Krishna in chanting, then one will have no more material desire. Interesting. We say that you have to be free of material desire in order to go back to Godhead, but the process of becoming free of material desire it may happen in a moment, but ultimately it's by Krishna's grace. And when we fully taste the nectar of the holy name in the proper concept, then one will not be interested in any material desires, even if they're present. They may come into our hearts, but one who's a little advanced in Krishna consciousness has no interest in those desires. They have no significance, because one has the param drishtva nivartate, one has a higher taste in chanting, through chanting. So why would we have been reading the last few days the story of Dhruva Maharaj? And there's the famous statement of Dhruva Everyone has heard of Dhruva Maharaj? You've heard in Srimad Bhagavatam of Maharaj Dhruva? You've heard? All heard? Maybe not everyone's heard, but most of you. A young boy, in search of God. 5-year-old child, searching desperately for God, with great determination. And because of his good fortune, he met Narada Muni and accepted his instructions very seriously. The Lord, so he served Narada Muni's instructions, so that's the gateway, you could say. And then the Lord bestowed his mercy upon him and opened the door, Open that door. Well, when he came initially to search for God, he had a motive, didn't he? What was his motive? Pardon? Kingdom. He wanted the biggest kingdom of all. Unimaginably big. You can't imagine, I mean, he didn't know how big, but he wanted a kingdom bigger than anyone else, even Lord Brahma. Because that's kind of like, how can you do that? Materially, it's not possible. So, but Krishna fulfilled his desire. But when he actually got, after becoming purified by following Narada Muni's instructions, Dhruva Maharaj was meditating on the Lord, and finally the Lord appeared before him. He lost all material desire. He no longer had any interest in a kingdom, no more interest in wealth or women or anything. He simply was fully satisfied having the darshan of the Lord and the opportunity to serve him. He desired nothing else. As a result of devotional services, one loses all attraction for all of these others. Just like in this song, there's one line, the third line there in this song, Lala Samai Pratana. Vishaya Charya Kabe Shuddha Habiman Kabe Hama Hera Bo Shri Vrindavanam. In the translation, there's a unless one is freed of all material desire, one cannot enter into the kingdom of God. So that's the other side of it. Service to the Vaishnavas, but also being freed of material desire. What is material desire? What does that mean, material desire? What would you say? What does it mean, material desire? It infers there's other desires, not just material. But we know there are other types of desires. There's spiritual desire and material desire. So what's material desire? Desire to go to sleep. Okay, that's one. What's material desire? Pardon? Yeah, you could say that. You could probably take it a bit further, because that could be spiritual also. It could. Okay. To satisfy our own senses separately from Krishna. This is generally known as a material desire. Because the desire, for instance, to keep healthy could be a spiritual desire, because why? You may be desiring to keep healthy so you can serve Krishna. You may desire wealth so you can serve Krishna. You may desire facilities so you can serve Krishna. You may desire to get married to serve Krishna. You may desire to have children to serve Krishna. Everything could be seen. It's not usually the case, but it could be also for spiritual intention. But material desire is not for that reason. Material desire is not necessarily defined by the desire itself, but the attitude or the objective of our desire. What is our motive? What is our objective? What is our attitude? And if that is really to satisfy myself, then that's a material desire, briefly. If our attitude, maybe doing the same thing, is to serve Krishna's senses, that's considered a spiritual desire. So to become free of material desire, not to become free of desire. The soul cannot be desireless. We wouldn't be here if we were desireless. Soul by nature is constitutional, has desire. It's a matter of the object of our desire, or the direction of our desire. So when a material desire comes along, or our conscious, our false ego, or whatever, we start to contemplate satisfying our own senses, our own mind, and so on. For a devotee, of course, this is sometimes happens. A devotee has to try then to, first of all, detect it, and then try to take shelter of Krishna. Without Krishna's shelter, we cannot overcome the stringent laws of nature or the pushings of our senses to try to enjoy the objects around us. But we have to be a little determined sometimes. And that's why it's important to read or hear, so that our intelligence becomes a little bit clearer as to what is favorable and what is not favorable on our path. Otherwise we can, have the wrong idea, the wrong concept. One has to accept that which is favorable. So in order to become free of material desire, Krishna says we have to have a higher taste. Param Drishtiva Navartate. Experiencing that higher taste, one becomes fixed in consciousness. So to become free of material desire, it said that one who is the sign of one who has received the mercy of Lord Nityananda is that one has no more material desire. So the mercy of Lord Nityananda is preliminary, you could say. First step, it means the mercy of the spiritual master also, but it goes back to Lord Nityananda, the original guru. One who has his mercy can become free to, as long as we have material desire, we can't enter in. We've got to stay on the other side of the gate, even if we know that's the gate, that's the key, but you can't do it unless, as long as we're holding on to that side of the fence and cannot enter in. We have to be completely pure to enter the spiritual world. The process of purification. What's the process of purification? Quite an easy question, yeah? Chanting is the prime process, you could say. It does include service to devotees, of course, but chanting, we've already mentioned, service to devotees. Chanting is the primary activity. Other things are there. But that's the primary one. This is described by Lord Chaitanya as Chaitodharpana Marjan, cleanses the heart of all the dirty things. Chanting. That chanting is meant to be, especially kirtan, is recommended. And I was just hearing Prabhupada say that the mind is very restless, therefore kirtan is the main activity. We can't sit for long and meditate and hear the holy name, can we? In japa, what we call japa, when we chant on our beads. How many of you are chanting japa? Hands up. How many are chanting japa? Damodar? You got your hand. I couldn't see your hand. Whew. Getting worried for a minute. Hands up. Just about everyone. You were chanting a little too, I think. Everybody, I think, in the room. All devotees. So, we all know how difficult it is to focus the mind, isn't it? Is it not? When you chant japa. Prabhupada said, therefore Lord Chaitanya said kirtan. Kirtan is a yuga dharma. Kirtan is the main means of Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan, of awakening our love of God, Kirtan. So we chant japa. Why do we chant japa? As my spiritual master said I should. There's probably no other reason in many cases. Not many people say, oh, I feel so blissful when I chant japa. Not many. Yes. You have an answer? No. Your hand was rising up there. Any other reason? Pardon? Yeah, it should be, shouldn't it? But when we don't hear, the purification is very slow. Very slow. We're just mechanical, right? If it wasn't for kirtan and other services, we wouldn't really have much to really, ride on. Because their japa is usually pretty sloppy. Usually. At least I speak for myself. But again, it's a private time. It's a private time. It's our private time with Krishna, you could say. With Radha and Krishna. It's not public, You have the Rasa Leela, which is, you could say, all the gopis together with Krishna, public. And then in the kunjas, in the private darshan to the Lord. Jai. And those are the times you really see where you're at, isn't it? What comes up in your mind during japa is a really, let's say, eye-opening or heart-opening experience if we take advantage of this opportunity. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. And kirtan is more communal, together. It's more jolly, usually. You don't see too many devotees dancing in ecstasy with japa with their arms in the air, jumping up and down, chanting japa sometimes. But not very often. Spinning round and round, chanting japa. You probably think there's something wrong with them if they started doing that during japa. Many have seen them spinning round and round, chanting japa, going round in circles, going in and out like this, chanting japa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, bouncing up and down. Not very often. It's a very, almost like a very personal, very inner relationship there. It's not easy. Therefore Prabhupada says that we should do that because that's our penance. Without penance we can't really progress. There has to be some penance. So we make our vow and we try our best to chant nicely. But inevitably the mind wanders. Inevitably. So then we pray to the Lord for His mercy, of course. But it's by the mercy of Lord Gauranga this is possible, Lord Chaitanya. The mercy of Lord Nityananda in the first place. And if we're very fortunate we get His mercy, then we can get Lord Chaitanya's mercy. And by His grace, even though we may not be so serious in our chanting, so attentive, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, still He will reciprocate and our chanting will bear fruit. So let us chant this lovely song to Lord Chaitanya, a song of Narottam Das. Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulakash Hill Hari Hari Bolite Habe, Yane Abhiniro Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulakashiro Hari Hari Bolite Habe Yane Abhiniro Arakabe Nitai Chande Karuna Habe Samsara Vasamo Kabe Tuchabe Arakabe Nitai Chande Karuna Hite Samsara Vasanamo Kabe Tuchabe Vishaya Charya Kabe Shurabe Ma Kabe Ha Herabo Shri Vrindavana Vishaya Charya Surabhima Kabe Hama Herabo Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulakashira Hari Hari Bolite Habe Yane Babiniro Habe Pulakashira Hari Hari Bolite Habe Yane Babiniro Hoibe akushi Kabe Hama Kabe Hama Puja Bose Yugala Kiriti Rupara Runakapade Hoibe akuti Kabe Hama Puja Bose Yugala Kiriti Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulakasharira Hari Hari Bolite Habe Yane Babiniro Rahu Mora pratana koroye sada narottamadasa ruparago nathapade rahumora pratana koroye sada narottamada Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Sharira Hari Hari Bolite Nayani Babenira Hare Hare Bolite Nayani Babenira Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Sharira Hari Hari Bolite Nayani Babenira Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Sharira Hare Hare Bolite Nayani Babenira Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Hare, oh Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Go Premanande. Kishin Thai Gauranga Rai Ki Jai. Ki Jagan Paldev Sarada Ki Jai. Shri Shivada Krishna Kanai Ki Jai. Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glorious to the Son of devotees. All glorious to Shri Gauranga, all glorious to Shri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, so we'll see you all tomorrow, we hope. If we can still see, and if we're still here to be seen. Both have to be there, isn't it? And if the sun is still shining. If the sun doesn't shine, we can't see anything. Everything's depending. Eyesight depends on the sun. The sun is the eye of the Supreme Lord, so ultimately depends on the Lord. If he doesn't see, we can't see. He can't do anything if he can't do it. That's the nature. That's why he appeared as Lord Chaitanya. Because the one thing he couldn't see or couldn't feel, that was the love of Radharani. So he assumed the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to experience that love of Radha. Otherwise, we'll never experience it. If Krishna hadn't taken that form of Lord Chaitanya, we'd have no chance of experiencing the love of Radha. No way. But he's giving us that chance. Now he's tasting, he's giving that opportunity to others through the Sankirtan movement, through his mercy. Take advantage of the Sankirtan movement, try to absorb ourselves in chanting. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Bol.